Okay.
That'd be like an easy go-to. You just knock
I look
them out.
like a ghost.
Because they have the garland too on there. Could be like your basic.
Boy, I really
That'd
do
be
look
like
like
an
a
easy
ghost.
crafting party if you could find cheap button pans and just like have everything in garland.
Gotta turn that off. I know I'm a little early. I don't expect anybody to be here yet. That's okay. That's okay. Now, my channel. Hi, Dandelion. I saw you just subscribed. I'm trying to get... And I look completely whited out. Maybe I can do this before this thing gets too hot. Is that better? Well, that's a little better. I don't look like a ghost quite so much. Hello. So I put the laptop down lower this time so I can read the chat without having to do that. Looking through the glasses. Gotta tighten up the screw. Now see, without them, I'm looking on, what does the chat say? I can't see. Boy, it was fun at work tonight. My Wawa started DoorDash pickup and didn't train anybody and didn't tell us it was going live a few days early. That was fun. Yeah. I hear you. Where are you, Doctor? The two cats are here. Gandalf the Stray is laying over there on his pillow, but she's wandering over this way somewhere. She doesn't usually wander unless he's in the house. She gets very nervous when he's in the house. Katie, they rolled it out at the gas Wawas months ago, but I'm what they call a legacy store. It's not a gas store, it's a smaller store, and they just rolled it out. They weren't supposed to roll it out on us until next week, and they rolled it out today. So we were kind of going a little crazy. It was a little challenging. You like the tablecloth? Yeah, isn't that pretty? Just found that like 2 days ago. Jeffrey, I was watching one of your videos today. It's an older one where you went through your china closet, your little curio cabinet. You have some awesome Halloween stuff hiding in there. But I sent you, I put a comment on there about acid-free paper to protect that witch, that old cardboard witch that's in the back. So, how's everybody been doing this week? My week's been one of those, dealing with it all weeks. But for those who've seen me on other chats and do know, but my brother in California is doing well. The surgery did well. The heart's not leaking anymore. When he gets stronger, they'll probably put either a pacemaker or defibrillator in, but they stopped the immediate problem in his heart. So that's a good thing. It's hard when they're on the other side of the country, So this is going to be a live sale. Yes. Oh, I didn't change. Oh, I don't know how to do it now. I forgot to change the little banner thing. Oh, can I do that without having... If this cuts off, just be assured I'll come back. Banners. No, I don't want example banners. I want a banner. I want my banner. Oh, this is going to be fun. Now give me numbers. 1. Ah! Shit. Well, we're not going to monetize that. Hang on. Well, well, that was interesting. The hell? Well, I don't know what went over the edge. I'm fine. I don't have a ring light yet, and I'm trying to make this work with an old desk lamp. And the desk lamp is one of those you can bend over the arm of it. Well, I guess I had it bent too far and it overbalanced. So it fell, and I had the keyboard to the laptop because it's a separate keyboard. And I had that sitting on, I'm sorry, I completely forgot about putting my email up on there. But I forgot that I had the laptop. I hope I could talk better than this during the sale. It's just been that kind of week. Anyway, not the laptop over the back of the desk. So this will be real fun because that means I'm going to have to crawl under the desk when this is over. Did that. Add the banner. Oh, wow, it made the banner huge. I don't want the banner huge. That's going to be in the way. Okay. We're going to go back to comments. Please forgive us while we experience technical difficulties. Okay, I don't think you guys have ever had a live stream where somebody lost their lighting before, have you? and screwed up. Now you all know why my Boy Scouts say I am technology challenged. Yeah, I noticed that there's a thing for scrolling, but I didn't know. Okay, so just like every other live sales, you have to email me. We've had a few problems with a couple of people have not had their emails get to me, and then Christina Aguilar said she'd finally figured out something that she'd been doing wrong, and somebody else had put .com instead of .net. So my email is lowercase NBK, and then it's 1965. So it's my initials and a year, and it's at verizon.net. And I can't type anything in now because my keyboard is that away. Oh, hello. What do you want? What? Oh, it's not like you're going anywhere because he's laying on his pillow. Are you leaving? Or are you going to say hello? You're leaving. Okay. Gandalf, it's fine. He got upset. A bag made noise. I've never seen a cat so terrified in the noise of a plastic bag before. So, my. Well, after that lovely start. Oh. So, Trusty Huckster. Hi, Patrick. Got to see 10 minutes of your sale. And at one point, I was cheating, and I saw this wonderful box. I don't even know what it was, but it had a silhouette in it of a couple. And I think he was presenting her flowers or something. That was beautiful. I don't even know what it was, but I was cheating. I was looking, and I shouldn't have been, but hey. Okay, so let's see. That's those notes. Don't run away. So we've got a lot of variety of different things tonight. So you guys all ready to have some fun and buy? You want to hear a joke? I have a customer that tells me jokes every time he's in. Why did the raspberry cross the road? You don't know why? Well, because he was worried about his mom. She was in a jam on the other side. Yeah, I can hear the did I hear groaning? I thought I heard groaning. Yeah. That was groaning. Yeah. Oh yeah. We call him Gary's groaners in my house. My brother Gary sends me a joke like that every day. Every day. I start my day with knowing there's a text with a joke like that. And you just start your day off groaning. And not from arthritis. Oh. Yeah, you are going to shake your head over that one. That's all right. There's a better one to watch. If any of you have not seen it, you need to find the Funny Christmas Story Challenge. And I can't remember. Oh, forgive me. I can't remember who started it. Katie might know, because Katie has a Christmas story on there as well. But I have a story in the challenge about the night I killed Frosty. Yeah, that Frosty. You know, the snowman, big black hat. Some poor little child thinks I killed Frosty. And someday she's going to be here as an adult knocking on my door wanting me to pay the therapy bills. So if you need a good laugh for a Christmas story, Katie, maybe you can find that playlist and put the link in, because there are great stories in there. But yeah, my kid still every once in a while we see something with Frosty. He says, "Are you going to burn that one too?" And now that he knows I put the story up on YouTube, he's sending his friends to go look at it. Oh, great. Now I've got a bunch of 20-somethings accusing me of killing Frosty. So, you guys all ready to get started? I see a couple of names I don't think I saw last time. So, let's see. You can add links too, because Diana's here, and how many kids do I have? Well, technically, I just have the nephew that I raised. That's the one I refer to as my son, but I also have 52 Boy Scouts, plus some that have aged out that I still hear from. So I have a lot of kids in my own way. So, where's my ruler? There's my ruler. Gotta have my ruler. And I actually had this too, because I had to measure. This thing goes on forever. This is my mother's. This isn't even the big one. This one's only 60 inches. I don't know where she ever found it, but we have one that's 120 inches long, because she needed one that big for a couple of mummers when she made some mummers outfits that were really, really big. So, all right. So that's what I used to measure the giant. Well, it's not quite so giant. That's folded in half behind me, I think. Is it still? Oh no, I had flipped it up and over. That's a long tape measure, yes, but that's not the longest one. The longest one is 120 inches. That one's only half that. So as usual, it same thing applies like every other sale. I'll say price, and then I'll give you the number. And the first one who puts puts the number in is the one who gets it. There are a couple of offer ups, because I've got a few things for that. And the 2 bonus Barbies, I've not forgotten. We're going to get to them tonight, because this time I actually wrote them into the list. And those will be offer ups, whereas we'll go for a minute. And usually my moderators, one of you will have to do the timer, because I'm filming on the phone, which is the only thing I've got that's got a timer. So let's get started, shall we? I found this little guy. I couldn't, you know how I really usually try to look up stuff. Wait, this side. Isn't he cute? He's really actually pretty nicely detailed. He's got his nice little long. I left the number on him. Whoops. Now, if you see the long ponytail and the hat like that, now you'll see similar hats in Japan, but he's definitely more Chinese in style because of how this folds over. That is Chinese. If it were Japanese, there wouldn't be a little place to fasten it here. It would just be folded over with a belt. Having grown up with a Japanese aunt, boy, did I have the differences drilled into my head. But I like he's painted really nicely. I like that they put lines in. There's little ridges here to make the folds of the fabric. So they did a nice job with him, but he's just a little thing. He's cute and little, and he's not quite 3.5 inches high. Well, camera's there. So he is just $4. He has a mark on the bottom, made in Japan, but I could not ID that mark. I couldn't find that particular one anywhere. So he is $4, and he is number one. $4 for number one. Yeah, you guys were so good with the trolls the last time, man. Katie snagged one. I never even saw it. Casey Higgins. Okay. You have to give me a second to write names in. Unlike a lot of YouTubers, I don't have a helper. The cat can't hold a... The cat's not any good at holding a pen. So let's get these out of here. Now, this one is a spoon rest. And it does say made in Italy on the back, 6270. Well, I thought it was different, being that it's nice and tomatoes and really cute. Now, and then it has a little bit of wear on the raised part here, a little bit of white there, but then it ended up with a little ding, little tiny, a little thing right there. So this is This is 8.5 inches long, and it's 3 3/4 wide. So it's pretty big. I kind of like them when they're long like that because you can get a spoon down here and a spoon up here, so you've got more room than normal. Because some of them I've seen made in the U.S. are really short. But because of that little chip, I lowered this to just $3. So this is, I'm still got to get used to grabbing these cards. So this is $3, number 21. $3, number 21. I forgot my box tonight. My box to put stuff in that did not sell. We'll tuck you under there. All right. The next item. Now, I know some of you may have seen these with the high heels going around it. The artist is Robin Sterling, and this is just a neat little bowl that's got 2 3/4 high, hand painted. It is signed on the bottom. It is one of her high heels designs, and it's signed Sterling. It's from 2005. And this little bowl has no chips, no cracks. Really kind of cute. I'm not a big fan of high heels since I had foot surgery years ago. Those days are done. But this little bowl is Robin Sterling, signed bowl, is $8. number 27. $8, number 27. Tuck you in there. Now, all right, because I don't know glass that well, this one's going to be an offer up because I have no way of knowing the age of this little beauty. Look at that gorgeous cobalt color. Look, it's got this neat little hand-painted little flower. There's no maker's mark. You guys won't be able to see it. There is a little pontil mark here, but it's really nice and smooth. The only wear is there's a gold line that goes around here, but there's also a gold line up at the top, and you can see right there where on this side, for about 2 inches, that gold line, you could see where from the paint, it just tapered to being super thin, and that's worn off. But I've no idea the age. There's no cracks. There's no chips. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous dark color. But, you know, glass is not my big forte. It's 4.5 inches high. It's just a beautiful little piece. So, Katie, you ready to do a timer? All right, and we're going to just start this off at $5 for the cobalt glass. And as I said, it does have this little smoothed out pontil in the center. So as soon as Katie types in start, and we'll start this as an offer up at $5. It's really pretty. And this is one of the things that was in the boxes from my great aunt's house. So odds are it is not a contemporary piece. That stuff's been in boxes since, well, some of it since 1984, but that was also the house that was my great grandparents. But I don't think it's quite old enough to be Victorian or the late 1800s. It's nice in that it's got a little weight to the bottom, but then up here is nice and thin. Can you see? Oh, the light's giving me trouble to see how nice and thin this is up here. So all the weight's in the bottom to make sure it doesn't move. But it really is a beautiful little piece. And I don't see any problems with, gotta get used to that camera. I don't see any problems with the flowers. Doesn't appear to be any paint loss on the flowers, which is good. Okay, Katie, so who do we have? She'll hit refresh. Thank you, Lady Hack Mom. Hopefully at some point they won't all be this late at night for you guys. Casey Higgins for 12. Or for 20, I'm confused. Because there's a, oh, Susanna was in the middle there. Okay, 20. Thank you very much. We will carefully put that number there and put you in there. Now, the next thing, you get these ready. The next thing is a piece of Homer Laughlin. Now, I don't have the creamer, but when it's a sugar bowl this size, I don't tend to use them for sugar. But I already have one this size, which I keep I keep on my bureau, and I have like cotton balls in it. Not cotton balls, those flat pads for taking makeup off. So it's nice, and says Katie's fired. Now this is a neat little tags want to stick to me today. So, but this one is the colonial blue pattern. Now they've made the same pattern where this is a dark burgundy, so it has a different name. There is a different one. It has crazing on it, but it has no chips. It does have a little manufacturer's flaw. Can I get it to see it? There we go. I don't think you guys can see that well. There we go. Now, when you stop glaring on it, there's a tiny little dot right there. Now, when I looked at that with the jeweler's loop, the gold from the rim is inside that dot. So that's the only thing you could consider a flaw. But when they're this size, they are great to put stuff in, you know, besides sugar, because they've got such a nice opening. I mean, the opening itself is just over 3 inches wide. So 6 inches wide from here to here is 6 inches wide, and it's 4 inches tall. Now, I learned this from Scott at the old Curiosity Shop. Don't worry, I've got the lid. Didn't hit anything. The K is the month. So this one was made in November. The next number is the year. So it was made in 1941. Now, I'm not so good as to remember the N and the S, because one is the town it was made in, and I forget, one of them would be the town or the factory, and I can't remember which. But there's something with the other 2 letters as well. But if you need to date your home or Lachlan, always remember the first 2. The letter will be the month it was made. So K is November. And then the 41 is the year. And this is, we did that number. This is $7 for number 29. $7 for number 29. As I said, it's really great because you can use the ones this size for so many other things. Yeah, I try to watch Scott all the time because he's near me. Isn't K the 11th letter of the alphabet? Because it goes A, B, C, D, E, and K I thought was the 11th letter of the alphabet, because they only do the first 12, and that makes up what month it is. Yeah, K is 11 in the alphabet, which makes it November. So that was $7 for number 29. Now, I have some Telltale books. I have 4 of them. We have Smokey, and we have Mother Goose. We have Little Red Riding Hood. She's got too much lipstick on to be Misty. And we have the Gingerbread Man. Now, they've got some wear around their edges. They're older. Gingerbread Man is probably the newest one. And he's from 1969. He's also the one that's in the best shape. He doesn't have anything written in him. He doesn't have any wear to the spine. But if you have little ones, you could read them to it. But mostly these are just great illustrations that you could use and repurpose if you want to use these for a craft thing. Because like this one, it popped off of I like that as a backdrop. I think that'd make a really cool backdrop on a shelf. But you can use this for junk journaling or for decoupage crafting. So you get Little Red Riding Hood, you get this neat Mother Goose one, which has a lot of wear on the spine, but that one is still in there. But look at the illustrations. Aren't they so pretty? They're really cute. When I got my nephew, Mike was only 2 years old. It was the Sunday before Christmas. I like that one. And so I suddenly had to decorate a room for a little 2-year-old. And I knew I had some kids' books that were really beaten up, some with pages missing. And I framed quite a few of the pictures and decoupaged the others on some small furniture for him. Now, this one is older. I think this is the oldest one, Smokey here. Where's the date for Smokey? Smokey is from 1949. So you have these vintage Telltale books published by Whitman. And they are just $5 for all 4 of them. And they are number 10. Yeah, books nowadays, the little ones like this don't have the best looking artwork anymore, it seems. All right, Old Stuff Beth. TX. Now, some of you I know were here last time. There's a few of you that may not have gotten your invoices yet because there was a real problem with the printers. And then there have been some major problems this week. Not just my brother in California. So there will probably be a dealing with it all video to help those that sometimes have the rug pulled out from under them, because life likes to do that, especially in 2020. So the next thing is my brother is doing a lot better. Steve has this, it's not common. It's hardening of the heart walls. And what happened is part of his heart near a valve actually cracked. I told him he's got to, keep up with the plastering and repair of that place. But he just, he told me I was being a smart ass. Not supposed to say things like that on here. But anyway, he's doing so much better that he actually called me. And I was at work and I said, I don't care. I'm taking the call. Write me up. So he's doing very well. He's resting comfortably. And so he must feel a huge amount better because the blood flow is actually doing what it's supposed to. But it's rough because he's all the way in California. So this is a wonderful gauzy handkerchief. You see, it's really kind of big. It's kind of large. It has one big rose on it. And it has these interesting little, I don't know if you can see them. So it's got these little thread pieces that look almost like the tiniest of embroidery, which I've not come across before. Because they are raised above the cotton, but they're stitched in there. They're not printed on. The rose is printed on. And there's a little wear to the pale yellow parts because that's heavily printed. So this vintage handkerchief, this one is just $3 and it's number 30. $3 and number 30. I don't think it's knot work because knot work's usually, if it's knot work, man, that little fairy did that one. It almost looks like the tiniest of little cross stitch, which props to you, man, if you can do cross stitch that tiny. So who got this one? Kendra Joe. All right, so there's that one. Now we get to the more expensive ones because of what they are. Because these, look at that. Look at that work. Isn't that pretty? And this looks like it's old. It's not linen. It doesn't have the right feel. But it's a nice, I think, probably was made out of a muslin. Because you can see some of the, when you hold it up like this, you can see some of the imperfections in the width of the threads. So this is 12 by 12 inches. So this vintage handkerchief with all this wonderful, wonderful hand-done crochet work around the edge in variegated tone yellows. Get up there, piece of paper. This one is $8, and it is number 12. $8 for number 12 for this vintage handkerchief. If you saw in the last attic video, I had found quite a bit of old linens. Can I buy if I don't have PayPal? Yeah, we'd have to work something out though, because PayPal is the only thing I have. But I think you can do PayPal with a credit card even if you don't have a PayPal account. I think they let you do that. They used to years ago. Do they still do that? They still let you buy with a credit card without having an actual PayPal account? Okay, I thought so. You could sign in as a guest. Rusty, hun, you couldn't have bought something from me because this is only my second sale. Now, I have a brother that smokes. He's not allowed to smoke in the house. Mom wouldn't let him smoke in the house. He was only allowed to smoke in his room, which is why his room's probably the only one that she didn't put anything in. But he's not allowed to smoke in the house because it makes it hard for me to breathe, and I'm just not having that. So thank you. I saw that troll. I have wonderful admins. Let's see. So the next one we did the yellow crochet, and there wasn't a take, unless I missed it. I don't think we had a taker on that one. Now, the next one would have taken a lot of work because this is actual thread lace. See, this is a lot different from the other one because the other one is made with a thicker, the other one, the yellow one, is actually made with an embroidery thread that's thicker, but this one you can see is really thin, and it goes all the way around the edge. I did not get a chance to iron these. I do apologize, but I did not have time. And you can see on the back all the tiny little hand stitching. No, I don't know how to make this stuff. Look at that corner though, isn't it? I forgot to take the number off again. Honestly, man, props to anybody who remembers to do this. But look at that corner, that lace piece on the corner. That's just gorgeous. All hand done. Somewhere in this house, I have all the bobbins and stuff. My great aunts and my great grandmother all used to make their own lace. And boy, I can remember watching them when I was real young. One of them was still doing it in her 90s. But this is a wonderful cotton handkerchief with lavender thread lace, all hand done. Beautiful little thing. And this one's also, where is it? So for this one, because this is harder to work with and harder to do than the other one, this one is $10. $10 for the lavender thread lace, and it is number 20. And it's also 12 by 12. It's the same size as the other ones. $10, number 20. Old stuff. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat a little bit because there's someone who bought a number of things last time and I've never gotten an email from her. Pink Elephant, you won't believe this, but I actually have something next to the camera. Same as I did last time. And I'm not working out too well. It's been that kind of day. So let's see here. We have, oh, sorry guys. Oh my Lord. I think my big problem is that I don't have, that's better. I didn't have the camera centered to the visual. Like I had the camera over to one side too far. And I think this might, yeah, see, that works so much better. I didn't have the camera over at the right spot. Now this is the same as the other one, as the lavender one, except this one, look at that wonderful Christmas red. Isn't that great? And again, it's the same thing. I mean, you can see all the teeny little stitches. God, I remember stitching like that. I haven't done that in a long time. So this one is also $10. It's the same size as the other one with the wonderful little thread lace. It is $10 and it is, come on paper, separate. It is number 7. $10, number 7. Collection vintage? No, I had, you might not have been here in the beginning when I had said that, is that there were a couple people that I had not invoiced yet. And I hadn't had a chance to because of all the chaos that started at the beginning of the week. Had a problem with the printer just even that weekend when I tried to do the invoices, and then with my brother in the hospital and a few other problems that all hit the fan on Monday, I have not gotten everybody's invoices out. So I do apologize for that. There are 5 of you that I still have not invoiced yet. And that will be taken care of, should be taken care of tonight. Because unless I conk out, I pulled an all-nighter last night trying to get ready for this. All right, now, who got number 7? Because I thought I saw a number go by. Collection vintage, yeah, I think I did get your email. Yeah, some people have had trouble getting my emails to go through. And there was a problem. I know Christina let me know that she kept, I think she was the one, somebody couldn't get through, and then they realized that that was a number 1 in my email, that it was an NBK 1965, and she kept making it an L. Casey Higgins, okay. And then I had a second person tell me that they kept putting .com instead of .net. So I know some people had theirs bounce for those 2 reasons. Now, where is, oh, I sat this one up there without doing, I know I just ripped the label in half. All right, now we got one last one. And this one has, it's the same pattern as the yellow one, but because they used the same kind of thread, and it's a tiny little chain stitch, which I don't even think you can see. But this is the same pattern as the yellow one, but because they used a thinner thread, you can actually see the almost like a shell pattern there that goes all the way around. Now I think this one is slightly smaller. 10 by, oh no, that's why this one's slightly odd, is because it's 10 by 11. And again, I can see the thread lines, not from being worn out, but from the type of material they used, that these were all probably done on muslin. So this one is the pink crochet edge. This one is $8 and it's number 28. $8, number 28. Yeah, I can't be the go-to about thumbs up, and I do thank everybody. I made sure I thumbed up my own thing. There's Christina. Hi. So let's see. Let's say that one was not a sale. Ah, it's time. Which one's going to go first? Let me see. Da, 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 da. The bonus Barbie. Those who stuck out to the very end of the first one that I did on Thanksgiving night got to see the bonus Barbies. Now, I don't collect Barbies. I collect fairies and have since I was a kid. And my mother got me these, but it's time. I have a lot of good memories that they bring up, but it is definitely time for these to go. And I have the Fairy of the Garden. It has never been out of the box. The box in great shape. It's still got the original price tag on it. Yeah, wow, really? It's just gorgeous. All that little pink frou-frou and now I make no claims about glitter on anything. Yes, it is a gold label one. It is a gold label Barbie, which I know means something to the Barbie collectors. So they do okay on. I'm always surprised on eBay that these don't do better than they did, because you should know a little background on these fairy ones. They only did 2. I have them both tonight, but they only did 2. It was supposed to be a whole series, but apparently it didn't sell as well in the mass marketing that they do nowadays for these gold label Barbies. So they never did the other 2. They never did. There was supposed to be a forest, well, not the forest, because I have the forest one, but there was supposed to be one that was the seashore. There was supposed to be one that was the meadow. They never did them. They just did the 2 that I have. So she is an offer up. Isn't she gorgeous? And as I said, she's in great shape. She's never been out of the box. But I really don't have a good place to display these. And they've been kind of living in a box for a while. So it's time. It's time they went on to somebody else. And I was determined to get these into the first 2 live sales. We sent out, well, I still have to pack up the Japanese Barbie because she's going out of the country. But this is Barbie of the Garden. And the year. Doll stand included. Okay, yes. All the stuff in different languages. Come on, where are you? I knew I should have written it down. I had found it earlier. There we go. Year 2000. It's from the year 2000. So as soon as Katie prints start, we're going to start her off at $10. And she's from the year 2000. It's an offer up. You're going to have 1 minute. And you're going to start it off at $10, which is an absolute steal for this. So as soon as Katie puts in start, go for it. But isn't she beautiful? You know, the one thing that drives me nuts is I could see so much more color on my phone than I could see on the laptop of how pretty she is. Because to me, on my laptop, she looks kind of washed out, but she's not. She's this wonderful creamy peach color for the skirt. You know, she's just a gorgeous piece and never been out of the box. And I think she's lovely. But it is time. I mean, anything I see at all that's and has been there from the time I got her is there's a little bit of shelf wear on here. But I think that's simply because, you know, they stack these up, and so they do butt up against each other on the store shelves. But Barbie Fairy of the Garden, 10 seconds left. Catherine fell at 40 for a wonderful gold label Barbie. Okay. Katie will refresh. A power bid. Yeah. I've been seeing some of those lately in the other sales, where someone will do a power bid and just jump right in there. Oh, well, congratulations, Catherine Fell. You're going to get a gorgeous Barbie fairy. So, who is next? Because that was the first of the bonus Barbies, and then I want to do some Christmas stuff. Where is it? Oh, it's underneath. That's why. Now, you've seen, if anybody's seen my channel and seen the attic videos, I haven't yet to be able to get to my parents' Christmas stuff. So some of the older stuff I can't get to. But I did manage to find a few things. And I've managed to find a few things outside of this house. Now, this is made in Thailand. It's a spoon rest. It is not spode because it does not have and it doesn't have the Santa. It has a little dark mark right there, but there's no indication that this was ever that it ever had a gold rim or anything. Skipper. I remember Skipper. I grew up playing with my sister's Barbies, which she had the bubble cut Barbie. But this is a nice spoon rest. It holds 3. It's basically the size of a nice little saucer because it's 6 inches wide. But, you know, sometimes when you're baking, you've got so much going on that you need different spoon rests for, you know, a couple different things. I know when the oven worked, I would bake, and if I was making icing for the royal icing for the cookies, you're hand mixing those colors in. So you've ended up, you need more than one spoon rest to keep them off your counter. So this lovely little Christmas tree spoon rest is just $4. $4, and it's number 36. $4, number 36 for the Christmas tree spoon rest. $4, number 36. Put your number back on you. And I don't see you. Oh, Mary Cox. Welcome. I don't think you were at the last one on Thanksgiving night. No, I didn't see any chips or flea bites to that. Your sister, Gritty Gret. Your sister played with racetracks. Oh, hon. Yes. Matchbox, Corgi toys. I'll never forgive one brother. I had the Corgi Yellow Submarine, and the sucker took it. As when we were adults, he took it. I could have wrung his neck. Now, I have one more crocheted piece. Who likes Christmas crafty kitsch? Because I got it. It's a boot. Get back in there. You're not supposed to show yet. It's a boot. It's got its little fluffy pom-pom. It's all crocheted granny squares for Christmas. Red, white, and green. And it's got just tissue paper in the toe, so the toe keeps its shape. But it stores things because it has chock full of nuts coffee tin inside. And it's still got its plastic lid. If you don't want me to ship the coffee tin with it, you can let me know and I'll take it out so that you're just paying the shipping on the actual crocheting. So, oh, I saw Cher doll go by. Oh, can I tell you? When I started on eBay was only 2 years old. I didn't have a scanner. I didn't have a camera. Digital cameras were way expensive back then. The outfits for my Cher doll paid for my flatbed scanner. The outfits. The doll itself I only sold for $5. Those Bob Mackie outfits, and I had one of the little leaflets that told me every name of every outfit, and I had every little tiny gold ring for the scarves, the shoes. I still had every little piece of every little outfit. One of the outfits alone, one of the Bob Mackie ones, it was silver and black zigzags, one shoulder, big headpiece with a giant feather on the top, was $176 was what I got paid for just that one outfit. So the clothing for the Cher dolls is worth way more than the doll. So if you ever come across dolls clothing for the Cher dolls, oh, grab it. Now then, back to Christmas kitsch. How did I sell on eBay without pictures? You could back then. When eBay first started, eBay was only 2 years old when I started. I started under a different name and a different account. And you could do stuff without pictures, but I was extremely detailed, like anal retentive detailed in the description because I didn't have a way to put pictures in. Well, back then, too, you could pay by check. You could pay by money order. It was nice. So, but now we have stuff like this to sell. And because I played with my sister's dolls, I don't really have any Barbie stuff of my own from the 60s. It's a little over 5 inches high. Nice little, I know it looks orange, and I don't know why it looks orange, because it might be just the brightness of the light. And I've also noticed that the colors I see on my phone are not the same colors I'm seeing on my laptop. And I don't know why the color difference, but it is definitely red, white, and green. And it is just $6. The crocheted Santa boot. It is $6. It is number 5. $6 for number 5. I know my grandmother used to, because it's got the tin with the rubber seal, this is what they used to keep the little rum balls in. Little rum ball cookies for the grown-ups that had real rum poured over them. So it's a nice clean. This is not a used tin. This is a nice clean tin. But that's what they used to have hiding in this thing. We kids were never allowed to touch it. Had the rum balls in it. So let's see who is. I see Joelle Nadley. Yeah, isn't that great? Let's just hide the rum balls from the kids. My grandfather also used to make brandied cherries, and they'd start when the cherry tree was coming out with the cherries in the summer, and he would put them in back in the server. He'd put them in a big mason jar. Now it does not smell like cigarette smoke. Not a chance. Now, these were in the last sale. We're going to give them a chance again tonight. We have 71 watching tonight, but only 44 thumbs up. Oh, come on. Can't we get that to 50? Yeah, Kentucky bourbon balls. Some of that stuff I miss. But, oh, no tin? Okay, because you could put your own tin that you want inside of it, and that'll lessen the shipping cost for you. So, all right, I wrote that in, Joelle. Now, these are waving Santas. Now, they're identical. They both have 3 holes in their heads. I don't know. One has a cork, the other doesn't. They both say Japan on the bottom. So they are, they're really kind of cute. And if you want to use them as a craft thing or repurpose them instead of using them for salt and pepper, I'm assuming these are pepper because they've got some huge holes in their heads. But these are just $5 and they're number 31 for 2 vintage snowmen. They're made in Japan. Snowmen. Oh man. But aren't they so cute? They are so cute. Lois Hoover. I did not keep my there were a couple people from the last time that I hadn't heard from, and I should have kept my list out here, but I think I sat it in the other room because I was hoping I could spot you tonight and remind you. Now, we're going to be ready. Katie, get your timer ready. I found these in Goodwill, and I thought they were really cool. Unfortunately, one is missing, but Vinny's not here, is he? They just remind me of his pinup girls. Okay, so these are, let's say, they're made in China, but they are Rosanna. Okay, and you get this great box. And they are, and I'll tell you, man, this box, it's like the old hat boxes. It is kind of tight to get it open. But they just remind me of cartoon versions of those pinup girls that Vintage Vinny likes. Look at this one. Here comes Santa Claus. That's a whole different Santa. And you can see it says Rosanna made in China. I don't think I saw anything anywhere that said, yeah, there's nothing that says, not for food use or anything, but as cool as they look, I'd rather use them as decorations. Somebody just went there too. Here comes Santa Claus. You guys doing what would Vinny say? Yes, you are. Follow me in merry measure. Swing. She's in for a hot time if she crosses the wrong wires swinging on lights like that. Oh my. You guys just go there so quick. Usually that's me, the one going there. I have to behave. It's my show. They're 8 inches across. This is the one that really reminded me of those pinup girls. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. And she's just all decked out, just all wrapped up like a present under the tree. So these are really cool. I was half tempted to send these to Vinny, quite frankly. Now, there should have been 4, but there's not. The one that's missing is the girl in the sleigh. So I only have the 3. So we're going to do an offer up for the Rosanna Christmas plates. And I do look my things up before I figure out a price. So I try to undercut what, I try to give you a good deal while still making money for me. So we can get things moving out of the house as well as restoring the house. So our offer up starts at $8. $8 for the set of 3 Rosanna Santa baby plates. All right, so it can go as soon as Katie puts in start. $8 to start. You have 3 wonderful, kind of, risque a little bit, and they would be cute in a china closet, hanging on the wall. I do really like the one under the tree. She's pretty cool. But they are fun. They are just really fun. But they do kind of have that old pin-up look to them. I get why she calls the series Santa Baby. Absolutely. So it's, I see Casey Higgins at 8, and you have 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. And there's not a scratch. They've never been used. There's not a chip, not a scratch on them. Casey, nobody else has bid, so you're doing good. Oh, there's another 10. Sabrina Simon at 10. Casey Higgins at 15. Wow, we got a battle going here in the last few seconds. Oh, it's close. Goodbye, Vintage Crazed. Nose itches. I'm trying to find a time where I could come on and do this earlier. But it's hard. Now, Thursdays I work. And I heard that Wednesday might be opened up a little bit. But I know Katie and Angela are doing something in that time on Wednesdays, because I'd love to be able to do another one on a Wednesday night. And my nose itches. Sabrina Simon at $12. I think because I'm so late, I'm seeing a lot of names that we don't normally see at some of these, simply because of the fact that the West Coast is now having their fun to wake up. Come here, you. So we have, let me get a nice bell ornament. Oh, that's this one. Okay. Let me get the next ones here. Give me a second. I'm about to sneeze again. We had so much rain here that the mold bloom is driving me crazy. Okay, guys, what note was that one? No, what's really bad is when you do that around a bunch of geese and they answer you. So, what's going on? Oh, I do see. Casey had a 15. Casey had a 15. You're right. It's up higher. By the time I got to look up, it had already jumped up. I should rely on my moderator. Katie will have it. I don't feel bad if anybody's off today, because I work at a Wawa. I have had so many people come in today and saying that it's just had an off day today, that things were just off kilter, and there's something in the air. Yeah. B- on being graded, or is Katie being graded? Katie, I don't know how Katie does it. You are online so much. How do you not have lost your voice, Yeah, I don't usually drink these things, except it's been, if you saw the preview for the sale, the advertisement, as it were, it's bad. When I had pulled an all-nighter trying to get all this stuff together. So, you were Oh, Katie, yeah, you've got to watch that. I've had that problem that if I refresh, I'm no longer in the live chat and I'll sometimes forget. I hate that that top chat's the default. Oh, Sabrina, you've been lagging because your daughter's on Netflix. I have that problem when my son is here sometimes because I may be next to the router, but right above me is his room, is the master bedroom. Well, one of the two. And the play systems are right above my head. And once he gets on, and I can't really say too much because he's paying that bill. When he moved in back in, he took over certain bills. He wanted faster internet, so let's see if I can do this week without breaking one of them. I already broke one. Who remembers what I did to the little Lennox ornament last week? Live on air. Let's not have that happen again this week. Last week I proved how delicate these are. It is a Lennox ornament. It is really thin, beautiful gold edge. Comes in the original box, which has a plastic lid insert. Now it does not have any tag on the back of the original box. So this is a Lennox lattice cut. You know what's really cool about this is if you look real close at the outside piece, I swear that looks like a tiny little bell because it's got this little piece there that makes it look like the clapper. So this is just $4. Why are my numbers messed up? Get up there. $4 for number 16. $4 for number 16 for the really nice porcelain Lennox bell ornament. Get back in your box. Old stuff, Beth. Gonna be shipping a lot to Texas, aren't I? That's okay. One of you ladies last week had bought a number of things and has to go to Canada. And then I started trying to put it into the box and went, There were some odd size things. Old stuff, Beth. All right. I'm so glad that's going to a lovely, lovely home. Okay, now, these were in the attic video. I know you guys saw them. And for those who saw it, you know the story. My mother gave these, she would look every year for these little doll ornaments to give to her daughters. So there was my sister and I, and then the two daughter-in-laws, which she always considered her daughters, because Karen and Sue have been with the family. I have to think real hard to remember a girlfriend before those two for two of my brothers. So, you know, most of my life, they've been my sisters. So, but these are two that I'm going to pass on to someone else. I've never had them on a tree. These two haven't been out of the box. This is another one from the year 2000. It just says porcelain collectible ornament, hand-painted, European style, posable. Posable? Never knew that. For indoor use only. Made in China, of course, but this is a collectible ornament, not a toy, and not recommended for children under 8 years of age. Okay. But it is wonderful little red lace. She's got white lace on her, and she's got a red outfit, lots of curls. And she is $6, and she is number 39. $6, number 39. So she's a cute little thing, porcelain body, and she does have a hanger hanging off her hat. got a hanger up here that you could put her on the tree. My sister took all of hers and got a giant wreath and has all of hers around the wreath. So, and my mom would always get each one of us something different. So, what am I going to check after the sale? Catherine Fell, I see if you have Bob Mackie clothes. Yes, the Bob Mackie, if those are the doll clothes we were talking about, Bob Mackie doll clothes, those designs are worth a lot more than the other Cher outfit doll for the doll. Definitely more. So let me see. What is it? What am I checking after this is over? Oh, the doll wreath? I don't own the doll wreath. That was what my sister did with these dolls because we all got them. My email is, it's lowercase, it's NBK 1965. So it's NBK 1965 at verizon.net. That I got an email. Hang on. This is why I made sure of having the laptop. No, let's get into the right email account. Katie Fell. Okay. So that's the email. Okay. Yep. And that. And oh, there's a couple of things there. And a lot of comments from my videos. There we go. I got it. Yeah, after the problems we've had last week, that was a challenge of emails. Michelle from Comfy Cozy Living and I are still trying to figure out why not only was I not getting her emails, I sent one to her and she hasn't spotted mine either. So we're going to work that out because she got that really cool mechanical bank. Okay, now I know somebody got this. Where is it? Number 39 was Serendipity. By Melanie. Okay, now they have another one, and it's made by the same company. I love how it says hand-painted European style and posable. But this one's the ballerina. Now, I did open her up to check something. I wanted to make sure she had the toe shoes on, and she does. She has little tiny toe shoes, so she's on point and has her little feet in the little toe shoe position. And no, spider, get off of me. I'm having none of that. Get off. Where'd you come from? So the ballerina ornament, so about the same size as the other one because her arms and her dress sticks out so much. She's in a little bit wider box. She is also $6 and she is number 15. $6, number 15. And she's also an ornament. She has the little thing to go. Yeah, Katie, I'm no fan of spiders either. If they're in my house, if they're in the garden, that's their home. I will respect them. I won't like them, but I will respect them. But in my house, no, not happening. Okay, so we got Happy in Harned. That's a new name. Welcome. All right. What else do we have for Christmas? And oh, here we go. Let's do the next Barbie before it gets too late and everybody starts dropping like flies. So Isn't she pretty? She's so different from the other one in the colors. Fairy of the Forest. And again, it's that gold label. So this is the other one that they made, and they only ever made the two. And I'm trying to see if there's any wear to the box. There's a little crinkle right there. And a little crease line. There it is. There's one there, and there's one. Can I get the light to do it? Yeah, there you can see the other one on the other side of the gold label. But that really is the only thing wrong with the box. She's never been out of the box. And she's just gorgeous. Happy and Harned, what are you doing? I see messages getting retracted. Do I need to worry about you? So we're going to do her just like we did the other one. She's an offer up. And this is the Barbie of the Forest. Barbie of the Forest. And as soon as Katie can have a chance to put the timer on and hit start, and just like the other one, we'll just start it at $10. But isn't that just cool looking? She's just so pretty. And if the colors, like I said, my laptop makes her look like she's all gray. This is a plum color, purple, and then green underneath. And then the bodice is blue and the wings. Yeah, and I like the design on the wings. That's the difference between a fairy and an angel. Angels always have feathers for wings, and fairies will usually have more insect, butterfly kind of type wings. So she is a pretty one. So Katie has started it at $10. Starting for $10. You have 30 seconds. 30 seconds to get it. Claire's Precious Lavender buttons for 10. Isn't she pretty? She's a gorgeous one. And she's a little bit of a redhead there. You know, that's one of the reasons it's really cool, because it's a redhead. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Is Precious Lavender gonna make it to the end, or is somebody gonna swoop in? Like, what's her name? Who's the other one that swoops in all the time? Lori. Yeah, some of you are laughing because you know what I mean. She's got the sniper fingers, that Lori. Wortley, I think that's her last name. All right, so I think Precious Lavender Buttons has gotten the other one. Yay. Thank you for putting my email up, and whoops, I got to scroll up. Precious Lavender Buttons for 10. You got a good deal there. Precious Lavender Buttons. So that's the end of my bonus Barbies, unless I don't think I have any more of those to sneak into future sales, but there might be other dolls. Maybe. Now, let's see. Let's get back to some Christmas stuff. Where is that ribbon? Okay, so one of these looks like it's got all of it on it. It's vintage ribbon. There's two of them. This one has only got about 2 yards on it. It says that it has 7 feet, which would be a little over 2 yards. And this one I don't think was ever opened. But I know I opened this one up. This one definitely has the 7 feet still on it. Now, here's the thing, is that they're very stiff. It's a very stiff ribbon, which would be fantastic for crafting, I think. I think it just kind of feels like it's nylon. And it's, how wide is this? It's 1.5 inches wide. Be great for crafting stuff. I know I still have a spool of it that I have used for making on ornaments. I haven't had a chance to make ornaments in a long while. But I thought I would, it does not. That's why I like it so much. It does not have wired edges, which for me is great because I've done decoupage stuff where I've needed to be able to glue it flat, and you can't always do that. The wired edges always have that ridge. And so this is, and I don't know, I found these in my grandmother's house, so I don't know how old they are. They don't have a date, just WFR Ribbon Company. So it's just $3 for the ribbon, and it is number 3. $3, number 3 for the 2 spools. In case there's anybody who's doing some crafting out there that needs them. Old Stuff Beth. Because they are really good for that. All right. Old Stuff Beth. You have some ribbon. Now, where's the angel? This is another crafter one. It is open. That's the way that I found it in the box of stuff. The box of stuff was stuff from my grandmother, who was a great one for having all these kits of things. So what's missing is the paint. It would have come with the paint, but it does have all the directions are on the back, and it's a wood cutout, and it makes this really nice. You're supposed to be able to paint this really nice angel. And I took a look at the wood. The wood does have, I can get it past the corner there, Kawapa white here. So it does have the lines to help you, as a guide. So, oh, that would be cool to use it in a display as a riser. Yeah, because those spools they stand up about 2 inches. Yeah, they're just slightly over 1.75 inches, so that would make a nice little riser. But if anybody likes to do crafting or wants to do something easy with maybe a grandchild or a younger kid, where they could help put it together, the wood's supposed to be able to pop right out of the piece, and then you can just paint it. You'd have to get the paints. So that's one of the things. I do see a year. So it's called the True to Nature Incorporated, made in the USA. The copyright's from 1986. So that's one of the things. So that is just $3, and that is number 33 for the angel kit. $3, number. I take that back. Hey, don't tell me an exception. Get off of there. I take that back. I have the wrong number. It's $3. It's number 14 for the angel kit. So Misty taught us to stack them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do make good things for that. So now let's see. Let's do that number. This is another offer up. Okay. These are, usually you only see these in pairs of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, and not a mark on them. Also from out of the stuff from my grandmother's house. And there's no tag. There's no maker's mark. I don't think they were a panel. mean, it is all a machine, so they might have been a panel. She was great for doing that kind of thing. So these might have been from a panel. They are 12, a little over 15 inches wide, 12 inches high, never used. There's not a mark, not a stain. I don't think they've ever been used. There are 6 of them. Yes, they are placemats. They all are the same picture. What does the pub say? The pub says the Rose and Crown. Let's see if I can do a close-up. Because you have Mayfair Toy Shop, Canterbury Inn, and the Rose and Crown pub. We're just gonna isn't that cool? I don't have any. Yeah, I'm looking for a Scotch tin in the yellow plaid. I never see them in the wild around here. So not only is it placemats, it's actually 6 of them. Which makes me wonder if she was going to give them to my mother at some point, because there's 6 of us kids, but who knows? There was a lot of craft stuff. She had one entire room that was all her craft stuff. They are all the same picture. They are all the same picture. There are 6 of them. They've never been used. We're gonna do these as an offer up. And they are gonna start at $8. As soon as Katie puts start. And we'll start the bidding at whoop. I'm in PA. We're not supposed to call it bidding. The offering at $8 start. There you go. For the six placemats. And like I said, the backs are all beautiful and white and not a mark on them. There's 6 of them. This wonderful snow scene. Great for the holidays. Wow, Kathy Fell, are you serious? Are you going to do that high bid thing to make sure you really get them? I don't know what these things cost in, out in the power bid. Yeah, we want to verify, Catherine, that you really want to do that. I suspect that these were made by my grandmother too, because on the backs, there's a couple spots where you can see where they ran over the thread again with the machine, which was something they used to do. Yes, you need her. What? You're absolutely sure, Catherine, because usually you don't have to put in these big power bids. Yeah, I'm a little concerned because I know there's been an issue going around about high bidding. Oh, yeah, she needs to refresh. She might be really lagging. Catherine, honey. I think you need to hit that little circle thing at the top of the screen and hit refresh. Because these are for the placemats. Yeah, I think she might be thinking it's the Barbie to get the second Barbie, but that's going to be a little bit of a problem. All right, we'll sit them over there. Start the placemat auction over. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Because I don't think I think that's kind of a high amount for, see, she's got to be on some lagging and be on something else. So do we want to do this one over? Because I was just starting them at $8 as an offer up. Well, that's true. She said she didn't need her daughter to help her. Yeah, I'm sure that's not right. I agree. I think she's thinking it's the Barbie. Yeah, I was surprised she didn't bid on the Barbie either. Oh, if she hit pause. Yeah. Catherine Honey, where are you? Well, let's do these again. Is there any interest in doing these again as an offer up? Because hers was the only bid we saw, but that may just be um because she put in such a power bid and we all kind of went, what? Happy and Harned, I tend to have that problem if I'm on my phone sometimes. Okay, Angela thinks we should do it another. Yeah, I don't know where she went. We'll see what happens. But these were started for the 6 placemats at $8. So is anyone interested in the 6 placemats? We can start a timer as soon as there's an $8 offer. We can do it that way. If not, they'll be in next week's live sale. There we go. Starting at 8 for the placemats. For the 6 placemats, all with the same scene. I love the details of the scene, though, too. I love that the buildings all have names, and the kids and stuff out in the snow, and the horse and sleigh. They are really cute. They're just not quite my style. So we have Sabrina Simon at 10. We have 30 seconds. Now remember, there are 6 of them, so should be plenty for the family. Or, 6 days of the week, and you wash them on Sunday. 30 seconds. We are up to 11 with Angela. 10 seconds. 10 seconds for those wonderful placemats. 10 seconds. Okay, Katie will refresh and let me know. Oh, I've seen that red truck Christmas thing come out. Angela 411. Angela Marksberry. All right. And let's see, we did the angel kit. Oh, there it is. All right. All right. And these. All right. Now, you want some, what would that be? 1950s, maybe 1960s Christmas graphic? So it doesn't have the whole spool. It says 15 feet. I know for a fact there's not 15 feet because we've used this. So this is this real thin kind of vinyl, sort of, but it's early. Why do you see the graphic on the end of this thing? This graphic, now this end has a little wear there. You probably stood something up. But there is wear around the edge. But look at the graphics on the end of this. Isn't that great? Look, where else can you get 15 foot of wreath bow ribbon? 49 cents. Outdoor waterproof. Oh, it is plastic. Outdoor waterproof plastic. But isn't that fantastic graphics? That is just awesome. Absolutely awesome, awesome graphics. And that is going to be $8, number 40. $8, number 40. Now remember, this is not a full roll. There is not 15 feet left on there, but what you're really getting is this wonderful little vintage Christmas graphic. So it is $8, number 40 for this great little piece. It's such a cool little thing. And like I said, I try to make sure my prices are comparable to what I'm seeing, and I still try to undercut them. But it is so hard to find graphic ribbon things because they're just... Oh, Katie's gotten this one. Katie! Honestly, Katie, there needs to be a road trip in the spring where it's you and me and Vinny. Because the three of us are warped. We'd have a blast. So there's that one. Now here's a goofy one for you. This was from one of the estates that came out of the attic, and it hasn't opened, and it is cake pans, but I want you to see the graphics. I absolutely love this guy right here. But aren't the cool graphics? No, Katie's not buying that for 40. Katie's buying that for 8. It was number 40. But aren't these cool mid-century graphics though? I kind of like it just as a decorative thing that you could like stand up on the shelf. They have not been used. No, it's a little dusty on that one. There's 2 of them. There's 2 of them. My nephew kept telling me, my son, he kept saying, you know, you could prop them up, 2 of them up on the shelf at each end in the kitchen because there's this big long shelf over the kitchen sink. But it's such cool graphics. Do I have a year? Nope. Just says Christmas cake pans on them. I'm amazed they're not squished. But they are Easy Pour Corporation. I know they made a lot of aluminum stuff. So these are, they're just $5. They're not a lot. It's mostly because of the really, really cool graphics. So these are $5 for the 2 mid-century modern graphic aluminum pans. And they are number 26. I know it's a goofy thing to offer because you never, ever see stuff like this. But I thought, why not? It's Christmas. It's cute. So $5 and number 26. Somebody's putting 20s in pants pockets? What? Now, what are y'all doing? Yeah, I love the graphics. So if they don't sell, everything will get like maybe twice, maybe, in a live sale. And if they don't sell, I still might keep them because the graphics are so cute. Yeah, the bag even had a neat graphic to it as well as the pans. So you guys being bad and I'm missing it all because I've got to sell. Man. All right, where's the 3 spools of, I put them down here. These don't have as good graphics to them, but they are vintage ribbon. This one's weird. Look at the graphics on, here we go, do it that way. See the graphics on that one? This is probably the oldest of the 3. And what number were the cake pans? The cake pans were number 26, and they were only $5. They really were good. This is, I've never seen any ribbon like this. That it's got this foil on back. And Sabrina Simon, you want the cake pans. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I thought they were quirky and fun, but I love the graphics on the cake pans. That's why I offered them. So, how much is on here? And you could see where this has faded a little. So then it gets into this richer pink color. And I cannot figure out, it almost looks like fabric underneath a layer of plastic on this. It says satin tie, silverback, made in the USA. I tried to find out who made this. No, it's silver. It's silver on the back. It's like a metallic. So it's an interesting little one, but wait, there's more. And I know we have some people that like to do vintage crafting, you know, vintage, like to do things with vintage stuff to craft. And then there's this other one, which is satin sheen ribbon. Says it sticks to itself when moistened. Now, I didn't test that. And I don't know how much is on these. And it doesn't feel like there's any glue on the back. But supposedly it will stick to itself. It is made by Gibson. Another one with the old graphics. You know, these are things. I found this little box that was some of my grandmother's stuff, and she kept every possible thing. Yeah, Michael probably needs these ribbons for his wreaths, because it is the kind of thing he would. And it says on it, Division of Gibson Greeting Cards, Cincinnati, Ohio, made in the USA. Gibson Touch of Elegance satin sheen ribbon. And the third one that comes with it, the third one that comes with it, I don't think is even, oh, maybe. I can't tell because the piece of tape is actually discoloring, that I can't tell if that's the original or if somebody just did it later. But this one has the silver edge running through it and has 2 shades of pink and was originally only 25 cents. And it is called Satin Glow Gift Tie Ribbon. And as I said, I didn't get a chance to measure these and see how much is still on them. I mean, there's more than just a couple inches. I wouldn't do that to you guys. But they are, does this one have a date? Wow, you're made by who? Trademark Artistic Manufacturing Company, a division of Sun Chemical. Carlstadt, New Jersey. I never would have thought of a chemical company making ribbon. So these 3 vintage ribbons, these spools, and there's I would say there's at least a yard, maybe 2 yards. There's definitely more than that of the green. Gibson is part of American Greeting Card Company now, but they don't, I don't know if they make ribbon. Because I think, and it may not even be the same Gibson company. It may not be the same one. So these are, it's just $5 for all this vintage ribbon. $5, and it's number 37 for the vintage ribbons. $5, number 37. Because what crafts I do, these don't lend themselves to that. Pink elephant. The one I'm seeing first is pink elephant party. Oh, my feedback froze. Let's see here. I think I need to refresh. Wow, 56 thumbs up. That's awesome. Pink elephant parlor. Four, five. All right. Now let's see. What is this? Three. Oh, this one. All right. This one I did measure. There is 3 yards and like 2 inches of this. And it's that old, really stiff satiny ribbon. And it was all folded up. But I guess it doesn't matter what way. But look at the pattern. Isn't that cool? It is, how wide is this? I didn't measure. It's just a hair under 1.5 inches wide. They're not, are they flocked? No, they're not flocked, but they are raised up a little bit because of the printing on them. Now, the only flaw is there's a couple of spots. Can you even see that little tiny dot right there? Because somebody used a straight pin to hold them closed. But it's another piece of vintage flat ribbon that was in this stuff of my grandmother's. And there is 3 yards of this. It's very pretty. And for $5, that's all I'm asking, $5 for this gorgeous vintage ribbon for 3 yards of it. $5, number 23. $5, number 23 for that wonderful little patterned ribbon. Yeah, it's just enough to make a bow. Kendra Joe is who I'm seeing as the first one. Now we got to get, I know it's getting late because I said they'd be like 1.5 hours. And we're past that, but I wanted to make sure we got, even though I've got more stuff, this pretty thing behind me, the Christmas tablecloth. You guys ready? It is 53 inches wide. It is 64 inches long. I found one flaw on it when I spread it out like that. And it's a flaw that I'm 98% sure will wash out. There you are. Can you see that? See, I don't have enough room to back up. Look at that. Wonderful. That's what the corners are. The corners all have these bells, have the 3 bells in the corners. And then it has the wreath and the poinsettia and then a double bell. But the only flaw, I tried to keep my hand near it. Where is it? There it is. The only flaw I found is there's a tiny little dot right there. And we only need 3 more likes to hit 60. We also only have 59 of us here. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we get to 60? But it does have the one edge has the seam over it. The other edge is your selvage edge. There's no maker's name anywhere. Sometimes there's an initial hiding in the pattern. I didn't find that either. The center, the very center, has this little sprig of holly there, and bells and ornaments and poinsettias. And then there's that dot. It's such a pretty piece. And believe it or not, I found this at the Goodwill. I couldn't believe it. I never see stuff like this at my Goodwill. Never. So I snagged it because I'm like, I can't get all the way into the attic to get to my parents' vintage stuff for Christmas. And I have a little bit that I had found in my grandmother's box. So I thought, let me go see if I can find something. And I found this. And it's fabulous. Now, for me, though, it's too small. Our dining room set's from the Civil War era. It's a massive table. So there's no way. Oh, yes, 60 likes. Awesome. Old Stuff Beth. Oh, we're doing the last offer up for that tablecloth. You sure you want to go to bed right now? So that tablecloth, let's see, it cost me that. So even that amount would make me a little bit of money. It would cover the cost. So we're going to start that at that. So, oh, darling, we were, there's Catherine. We were worried about that somehow you were behind. You got the first Barbie, but not the second one. Because by the time we saw 40 come through when I was doing something else. But you did get the first one. You got the garden one. But the other one is going to someone else. We wondered what had happened. Yeah, Catherine, do you know what you got tonight? Yeah, you got the one, but not the other. So, Catherine, the Garden Fairy Barbie, you did win that one. You did not win the forest one. So you will get an email from me with an invoice for the first one, but not for the second one, dear. So let's see. So the tablecloth that we now have up. The tablecloth, like I said, it's 53 inches wide, 64 inches long. And we're going to do that as an offer up. As soon as Katie's ready, she will hit start, and we're going to start the bidding on that. Darn it. I get myself in trouble. We're going to start the offers on that at $10, which, come on, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's vintage. That's like the good tight weave cotton. So it's because it's not linen. It is a cotton tablecloth. So we'll start it at $10 for that wonderful, wonderful vintage tablecloth. I see Nanette's getting in there at 15 already. But I just love that the colors, it's not faded out in any way. The colors all still look nice and rich. It's just beautiful. It's just not in any way big enough to go over that massive dining room set of ours. So it needs a new home. But that's okay, because that's kind of what I bought it for, is to rescue it. 30 seconds, I see 20 from Pink Elephant Parlor. And it's a lovely piece. 53 inches wide, 64 inches long. So it would be a nice piece to have. I about died when I saw Michael Todd say that he cuts them up in the chat, and I was just like, you kidding me? Anyone else seeing something wispy occasionally floating by? Oh, okay. Might be tiny, tiny little feathers. I thought I cleaned them all up. Tia Fane, I thought I vacuumed all of those up. No. If they look kind of maybe like thin and maybe about an inch long, you might see so I found a hat that had this feather on it. And I always got told the way to test and make sure the feathers are still good is give them a good shake. Well, like an idiot, I should have done this outside. And I went and I had feathers at 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday, just floating all over the place back here. That thing just stripped all over. So yeah, there are still tiny little pieces of feather that might be floating around. And because of the bright lights, I don't know, there shouldn't be. I think I caught the moths because we didn't realize that the cat had managed to open the screen door of the porch door that's down the hallway there, and I had some big moths get in from that. So you guys were making me laugh, and I'm forgetting to write down who got it. Pink elephant, I think. Yes, Michael Todd cuts up old tablecloths, and I just was like, really? When I used to make my purses, 24 pink elephant, I would cut up vintage doilies and stuff, but I would look for the ones that were damaged. I was not going to go cutting up something that was not damaged, because they're worth so much more, if you can, and they're getting so hard to find. 24 pink elephant. I keep trying to move the thing back to get her name. Pink elephant something. Pink elephant parlor. Okay. There's one other thing here that's Christmas that I don't know if anybody'd have a use for these. This is another thing where you probably really just need to use it for crafty things because they're all odd pieces, but they're all old pieces. None of them are really big. This one is the only one that actually had a name on it. All I can see is part of the name Chicago, US, and Made in USA. And then it says snowflakes something. Just because they're dead. No, I don't have any bottle brush trees. One of my brothers got all bottle brush trees. I'm not bitter. No. Ghost? No, the ghost is on the 3rd floor, honey. He's not down here. And he didn't show up for any of the attic videos. So there's that piece. And then there is, now this one's actually probably a full sheet. And that is, I can't tell. I think that's black background. This is the big one. The big full sheet. And these are old because the older you get with paper, the thinner the stuff gets. And you got this one. Oh yeah, you can frame this. You can absolutely frame this kind of stuff. I have a piece down here that I was thinking of doing as an offer up because when you see the image, it just screams, frame me. But most of these are just all over ones. This one's probably the one in the worst shape because it's so wrinkled. And it definitely, like, there's tape there. But you could use some of these for crafting or junk journaling. I personally think this one would be neat if you just did the word Christmas and framed that. Would be really cool. Postage to the great beyond. Sweetie, I just sent something small to Canada and about choked on the postage because I haven't sent anything to Canada in 20 years. And I have a big box to send to someone. Tell us the ghost story. Well, the ghost, I saw him. Two of my nieces have seen him. We don't know who he is. It's a man. He's got one of those old button-down shirts that have the insert collar. You used to have to buy a separate collar. Goodbye, Diana. I know, it's getting late. We're just about done. I had thought to be done at 12:30, but it's so hard when there's like so much cool stuff. And this is the other one. And this one looks like it's weird. This one looks like it's a full sheet, but it has, I didn't think it was used, but somebody wrote love from Canada on it. So this is another one where this is a steal. This is going to be, for all that paper, this is definitely the deal of the night. So for all of those little bits of vintage Christmas paper, it is just $6. It is just going to be $6 for all those pieces I showed you, and it's number 34. $6, number 34. You can frame them, you can use them, but they're such neat old pieces that it's a lot for those. I see Butterfly Nurse. Catherine, honey, it's okay. Can somebody type in? She says she can't hear us because she's frozen. Somebody type in that she got the first Barbie, that she is getting the Fairy of the Garden. And Butterfly Nurse Thrift. There went one. Well, I see a feather over here. I missed it. I just pushed it further away. Huh. Anything that did not sell earlier. Well, let's see. There's a few. But let me show you the piece I was thinking of doing an offer up on, because it's only, no, I only have one ghost. Oh, it's definitely up high. Huh? Maybe. That I was thinking of offering up this little piece. The colors are fantastic. The graphic is good. Now, this is just the odd size side of it, but it's only this small little piece. But check this out. Look at that picture. This one, this little scrap just screams, frame me. Frame me. Isn't that cool? So I kept debating, going, do I want to put this one up as an offer up? What do I want to do? It's just a little scrap, but it just screams to be framed. It's such a cool graphic. Yes, you absolutely could frame it. It's just a gorgeous little piece. Let's see, what size is it? So it's 10 by 7. So it's 10 by 7. But yeah, you could absolutely. And it's just a leftover piece of Christmas paper. Absolutely could frame it. So let's do this gorgeous little thing as an offer up. We'll do it for the 1 minute, and we'll do this. Let's Yes, Catherine, I do have your email. Somebody type that in and let her know, because if you weren't here at the very beginning, I had the one lamp fall over and it knocked and hit the keyboard. It's one of those wireless keyboards, and it went behind my desk, so I can't type anything to her. Oh yeah, I would just when you have it framed, because of acid and stuff in paper, I would have them trim this and then carefully mat around the edges, so you just have that, so that way they can put acid-free paper behind it so that it shouldn't discolor. Because if you just fold them over, then over time the acid in this side of the paper will start discoloring this. So yes, I would just have them trim it. And so Katie has the work of being the one moderator tonight. Katie's my wrench. So Katie, are you all set to do the timer one more time? We're going to do a timer. We're going to offer this one up. Reindeer paper. And there we go. Thank you, Angela. Katie's really working hard tonight. You know what it is I told Katie I was going to try to see if I have a National Geographic that has the Coke Santa Claus ad in it. She's working hard to earn it. I haven't found it yet, but all right. So she's starting, and we're going to start it at $5, just because it's just gorgeous and stunning and really would be absolutely fantastic frame. So we start the offer up at $5. $5, and really fantastic piece. I just love it. So we have 30 seconds. I see Jay now. It's up. Butterfly Nurse is sliding in there at 7. It's like announcing for a horse race. Butterfly Nurse at 8. Pink Elephant's coming in from behind at 10. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? Lois Hoover, 12. Pink Elephant, 13. Stop. Okay, Katie, let us know who got the wonderful, wonderful picture here. It's a reindeer race. Yes, it is a reindeer race. It is definitely a reindeer race. Oh man, that was funny. There's a I only got through a small bit of the pile of these. There's a whole pile of these I haven't gotten through yet. So that's, yeah, everybody's fading out because it is on the East Coast. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. This was supposed to try to be short and fast. I'm shipping from Pennsylvania, and make sure you Pink Elephant. You know, every time I see that name, Pink Elephant, all I keep having running through my head is the Pink Elephant on Parade song. It's Disney from Dumbo. It's been a very long time since I've seen that. Can't wait to have it. Get some what city? Well, technically I am on the inside the city limits of the city of Chester, which is where William Penn actually did and land, not Philly with their Penn's Landing nonsense. But I am below Philadelphia. So I am technically in the city limits of Chester, though you'd never know it with where I'm at because I'm cut off from most of the city by Interstate 95. So, to get more paper? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's going to be more paper. I haven't even gotten through that box from my grandmother, and there's probably a stack about, I think it's about 2 inches deep, and it's all old stuff like that. It's all vintage old stuff. And I just scratched the surface. I did not get through all of it. So I can't wait to see what's hiding in there myself, but I didn't get too far. So, so we're going to call it an end here. Greensburg, PA. I've heard of that. I might have driven through it. I'm not sure. Oh man, butterfly nurse, you've seen that attic. I got 2 feet into the door. I have to learn about this Discord thing, but I'm afraid to add another app onto my phone. Yes, I've had a couple people ask me to do discovery videos of the pile behind me. Yeah, best part is no music and copyright strikes. Can I tell you that I still have videos from Black Rose Antiques in Chambersburg that I am sitting on because I cannot figure out, because I'm technology challenged. I cannot figure out how to get the voiceover to line up with the video. They always they start off okay, but about halfway through they get out of sync, which is a bit of a problem. So, Life Talk with Liz, darling. Yeah, we're at the end of it. I'm sorry. I do not have Insta, I'm assuming is Instagram. I don't have that yet, simply because the phone I have is what I have to film with at the moment. So, oh good. Katie, honey, you have to help me with so much because I don't even have an opening. I need to have a nice opening. And I have other pictures of the old house. That is an actual 1911 picture of my house that I use because it's a historic house. The family has their own Facebook page that they invited me to join. My parents were only the second owners, so I was doing research on the house. I actually found the family. So they have very kindly sent me other photos of the house, and I've learned an awful lot of history of the house. So, so yeah, Katie, I need to get together with you and with those pictures and see if we can't make up an opening, a nice little opening. A video call. I don't know how to do that. I'll bet my kid knows how to do that. Honestly, I'm maybe I'm the first generation Gen X because I'm from 1965, and I still have the Time magazine that gave us that title of being Generation X. But man, we like the technology, but we don't know how to work the technology. I just hand stuff to my kid. Here, Mike, figure this out. So, Katie, I think I have an email from you. But I'd have to get your address because we were still talking about a hat that I'm pretty sure might be coming your way if it's the right size. So, so yes, I have had people request that I do a dig through. This has gotten a little less. Now, you guys can't tell this way's gotten less because I've been trying to go that way. Because for the live sales, it would be better if I had a card table that I could put here. So I've been trying to work that way. It also means then I could get to the window and could get to, there's a giant, how to explain what that is? So it's not a typical file cabinet. Have any of you ever been in a fabric store like Joann Fabrics and the file cabinets that they keep the patterns in, those giant metal cabinets? When the store I used to work in, they closed all the little tiny Joann Fabrics to make them all the superstores. And then I swear they had less fabric in them than they did before. But they were selling off the fixtures. So my mother bought this giant fixture, and I don't know what's in it because I can't get to it. So I'm pretty sure I've got about 150 patterns at least or more in that thing, and toys. So no, it's not well, I don't know if they make what a drafting cabinet would look like, but it has all these narrow little metal things that go through to create a narrow little space so that all the patterns could stand up like this, so you could just rifle through them. That's going to go at some point, but it came in from that end of the living room, so it has to go out through that end where it's a much bigger door. Yeah. It's going to be a while. That thing's not going anywhere. Tia Fane, good night. And thank you everyone for coming. Oh, Catherine again. Yeah, I'll get that Barbie out to her. And I will be working on getting emails out to everybody that I have emails for. I was hoping to see, does anybody know there was a Connie Williams at the last sale, and she bought a number of things, and I've not heard from her. I was hoping she would show up tonight. So the next sale, there may be a few things that were in the first sale that may be coming back, because I've not, and nobody, I've asked a couple of other resellers and they don't know. Katie, Katie's tired. Katie can't spell. That should say NBK, not ABK. But I'll show you something. I can't find this Connie. This gets offered up again because she won the offers on the Fenton. And I can't find her. Nobody's heard of a Connie with that last name. So this might be back next week. And I'm hoping, if I can, I'm trying to find a time when I could slide in this month, where it'd be a little earlier in the evening. Now, I know something went on with the schedule on Wednesdays. And so I know Angela and Katie are doing something on Wednesdays now. And at some point, I'd like to talk to them about maybe can I slide in on a Wednesday and take a little of that time and start a sale earlier, because these sales are awesome. They really are helping me clear out more a lot faster. So maybe we can find another night in there, because I work every Thursday. Okay. Oh, that'd be awesome. We'll figure out a time. So, because I have a lot, like I said, I've got so much stuff that if I can clear out more. Now, I don't have much Christmas left. I have that paper. Yeah, I've noticed there's a lot more trolls popping up. So I need to start recruiting more more wrenches. Wrenches, you know. So you guys have a good night. And you guys have given me some wonderful ideas about, other videos to do where I only did one so far where it's like, what's in the pile? And we can do that. I'm starting to lose my voice again. This time of year, that happens often because one of my big allergies is leaf mold, and we just had a bunch of rain here. So, yep, there it goes, starting to crack. So, Katie, thank you very much. Thank you all for coming. I hope you had a good time. And I will be back again next Thursday at 11 o'clock at night. And like I said, my goal is to keep them short and fast, try to be done by 12:30, because people seems like that's the Cinderella moment when everybody starts to go. And we get a few newer people that are on the West Coast because of the time difference. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell, because if you hit the little bell thing, you'll get notices of when I post something. because I will always post something to let you know the date and time. So I have to see what my schedule is and what's going on to make sure I can do a Wednesday sale. So I'm not going to definitively say, yes, there will be one Wednesday. So right now, there will definitely be one Thursday night. But I have to absolutely check my calendar, because I do still have Eagle Scouts to deal with. I've still got a few, and I know I've got 2 boys that are having their Eagle board on a Wednesday. I just am not 100% sure which one. That's why I will work with Angela and Katie and let them know. But if you hit that bell, you'll get the notice of when I put out a video. You'll get the notice of the video that says when the sale is, if there is a Wednesday one, and we'll have a blast. And I'll start saving my brother's groaners joke, Gary's groaners. I'm gonna start off with a goofy joke once in a while. All right, you guys all have a great night. Thank you for coming. I hope you had fun. I'll give you one little cute thing to look at, because I'm framing this one. Anyways, too ripped up to sell. And I collect vintage snowmen, and you can never find vintage snowmen. Isn't that cool? I found this one, and I want to save a piece of this one for me to frame for me. But it's got silverfish issues, and it's got rips in it, so there might not be a piece of that one to sell. All right, Katie, thank you very much. Angela, thank you for becoming a wrench. And Diana, who's already gone to sleep, I thank her very much. And like I said, other than the paper, I don't know that I'll have any other Christmas stuff, but we'll see. And I'll see you guys next Thursday, if not before, for a sale. And no, Pink Elephant. No. That snowman one is mine. Because I collect vintage snowmen, and they're darn hard to find. All you find nowadays looks like Frosty, and I burned Frosty. I don't like Frosty. And if you go find the I Killed Frosty video, the day I killed Frosty. Yeah, don't kill Frosty again. No, it's not a don't kill Frosty again. It's don't kill Frosty in front of small children again. That's the key thing. So on that note, good night, everybody. I'll see you next week, if not before. Oh, that's right. I can't turn it off with the mouse on the laptop. Duh. That was a derp moment. Oh, burn Frosty. Angela, I take it that means you've seen that video. All right. Good night, everybody. Maybe.